What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers advice. Today, man, we're going to talk about the defense. Now, I fully expected to come on here if you would have asked me 2 days ago and say, okay, this was bad, this was bad, this was bad. But I got to say, after watching the film, I actually saw a lot of promising signs, to be honest with you. I'm not even kidding. You know, I got the film to back it up. The only plays I left out were Corey Thornton plays. I left the one in where they score on him, but I left out the good plays of his. Everything else is pretty much in here from when most of the starters are playing. I got to say I was impressed. Now, obviously, there's going to be a few plays a game where it's like, they messed up. But, you know, that's going to happen. But overall, especially pass rush, without Derek Brown and J.C. Horn in, think about that too, right? So we're sitting there looking at the defense as a whole. You know, this person struggled, this person struggled. No J.C. Horn and no Derek Brown. Arguably, you know, as us Panthers fans will say, both of them are top 10 in their position, potentially top 5 as well. And Derek Brown might be top 3, right? So those two players weren't in, and I still saw a lot of good signs. Without further ado, man, let's jump into the film because I'm telling you, after you watch this, you might change your perspective a little bit. Let's see what happens. So as we start off the film room, all right, first we're going to look at Christian Rozeboom, bang, immediately realizes the hitch. And you see what the Browns do right here. All right, they're going to take the inside receiver, push him deep, and they want Christian to carry with that. That way they can go to the hitch route underneath right here because they know Trevin, all right, they know he is going to stick to the running back, right? So take a look what happens on this play. All right, inside receiver is going to push him deep, hopefully try to carry him, and then try and go underneath. Concept works, right? But Christian doesn't allow any more yards after, so big stop right there on 3rd and 5, man. I like that right there, watching the quarterback. The second he sees him throw, look at him. He's breaking on that ball, good stuff right there. And Corey's right behind him. Like I said, Corey had a hell of a game, and he'll be a different video later this week, so stay tuned for that. But let's keep this thing going, because play number 2 we're going to look at right here is one where I'm like, okay, there's some good, and there's some not so good right here, okay? And what I like about this play, all right, is Christian Rozeboom does his job perfectly. He's going to get the center right here and the right guard to engage with him right here. So bang. He's got them. Princely does a good job right here. That's going to allow Tershawn to basically loop over, as you're going to see. The problem is the angle he takes right there. Now, the reason I'm not too concerned with this, one, not many quarterbacks are built like Shedeur Sanders and have the speed like him. Shedeur does a good job right here, right? Because he keeps his eyes down the field. And the second he sees Tershawn Wharton coming at him, he scrambles, right? Tershawn, he cannot take that bad of an angle, right? The other thing I'm not too worried about is, and I won't say I'm not too worried about it, but what I like to see is that we're actually getting pressure on a quarterback in general. Because we ran stunts last year with quarterbacks less athletic, right, than Shedeur Sanders, and we never got pressure. So the fact we're actually getting pressure, we got to realize that's a step up. The other thing to think about is this right here, all right? We got, what, Princely right there, if I'm not mistaken? So we got Princely right there, all right? He's new to the team. Christian Rozeboom, he's new to the team. And who got the pressure, right? Tershawn Wharton, he's new to the team. 3 guys who have never played with each other before are already looking better than the guys that we had last year who played with each other for, what, 17 games? You know, injuries and whatnot. But you see, preseason week 1, this is what we're getting. We're getting pressure. Now, yes, do I like the angle? Absolutely not. But I would be mistaken if I didn't say this was an improvement from last year. Let's keep it going right here because this is going to be another one of those plays where I'm like, if this isn't Shedeur, I think he goes down right here. Now, unfortunately, what happened right here? There's a lot to break down real quick. So first thing to look at is Ashawn Robinson, man. Ashawn Robinson one-on-one with the left guard right there. And their running back's going to help out. Run that back real quick. So single back right here for the Browns, second round play action. The running back and that left guard are trying to stop Ashawn Robinson. Now, Ashawn Robinson doesn't fully bring down Shedeur, but you see the potential of Ashawn Robinson right here. You see the potential of him. Last year, I'm not sure what happened, right? He didn't really have help on either side. But look at this right here. Left guard's on him. Running back. These are 2 grown men trying to stop Ashawn Robinson. It doesn't work, right? Gets through them both. Running back does try to slip out right there, and he does, unfortunately. Rozeboom gets bullied, unfortunately, right? Rozeboom, I'm not sure what he's trying to do right here. So you're going to see Christian loses that battle right there. So now Trevin Wallace has basically a decision to make, right? Does he pick up the running back or does he cause pressure on the quarterback? As you're going to see, he's going to chase down the quarterback. And ultimately, that's what leads to basically Shedeur making a bad pass. And then we get to this play right here. All right, it's what, 3rd and 10, give or take right here. They almost get the first down. Now, what are some things I like? What I like right here is Damani Richardson. So initially I was like, okay, Shedeur could potentially go anywhere he wanted, right? Whether it's a slot receiver, outside, inside, potentially anywhere he wanted. And I see this guy right here. I'm like, oh, he's open. But he actually wasn't, because if you take a look right here, Damani was going to light him up before that first down marker. But watch Damani right here. He's watching Shedeur. The second Shedeur starts to look at the slot receiver, look at Damani break on that real quick. Watch Damani right here. He's going to break on that. Bang. Now, I don't love, trying to go in with that shoulder, because the Panthers had, the 4th most missed tackles or something last year, right? Crazy stat. So I don't love that right there. But what I do love is he's ready to play that right there. He's watching Shedeur right there. And look at him break on the ball real quick. Bang, right? So a lot to like, a lot to say, okay, got to improve there. But you got to love Damani right here. He's ready to play that inside. Watch Shedeur, ready to break. Bang. They stop him right there. Good stuff. Let's keep this thing going. Empty spread right here with the Browns. All right. And then bang, they get pressure. They get pressure. Run that back real quick. You got DJ Wanham right here. One-on-one with that right tackle. And why does that work? Why does that work? Because Shaw Smith-Wade is going to come from that left side. Now the left tackle has a decision to make. Does he allow Shaw Smith-Wade to shoot right at Shedeur Sanders, or does he allow DJ Wanham to go inside? He allows DJ Wanham to go inside. Shedeur's going to scramble, right, and run 10, 15 yards back. Somehow gets the throw off. But this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, right? Defense didn't play great, but look at the flashes from Damani to Corey Thornton, which we'll do a video on in a little bit, right? You got Shaw Smith-Wade right here. I mean, you guys see the potential. You got Tershawn Wharton on the stunt. Yes, the angle was bad. But I'm trying to show you guys, the film proves this defense isn't like last year, right? This defense is not like last year. And I got great news. We're not done yet, right? We're not done. Let's keep it going. Once again, Brown's going to be in that empty protection spread. And what I love right here is Nic Scourton fighting through. You see what I'm telling you? You probably thought this video was like, man, he's trying to hype us up. No. Nic Scourton right here, right? Another player who's new to the team. All right, the Panthers are going to drop him back. Is this where they blitz the linebacker right here? Yes. All right, so they're going to blitz John Radigan right there. I believe the Panthers got him last year, right? So they're going to blitz him. They're going to drop Nic Scourton back. Take a look right here. Right tackle's going to pull. So we got mano-a-mano right here. Right tackle against Nic Scourton right here. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Nic Scourton's fighting through. Stop it. Stop it. You see where this team isn't the same. It's not the same. Look at the hunger they're playing with. One-on-one with that right tackle. He fights through and he makes the tackle. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, because it's not like there's one person dominating the game. Several people. And then right here, we got pressure again. We got pressure again. What's this, Nick? Let me take a look real quick. Is that Nick coming in heavy off that right edge right there? All right, Princely's on that left side. Princely with a nice spin move too. So you got Nick right here. A little speed to power right here. Look at that. Outside, bang. Turn that thing in. And then Princely's spin move right here. Look at that. Let me open it up a little bit. Play it. I told y'all I wasn't playing around. I told y'all I wasn't playing around. You got speed to power on that right side. You got that nasty. Look at that. That left tackle is done. He's done, right? Look at the right tackle. He's done too. He's doing everything he can to stop Nick. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. And then we got single back right here. Okay, this is going to bring down the mood a little bit. But I got to say, honestly, this is just a hell of a pass, right? If I'm being honest, I mean, that's just a crazy pass, guys. You got Corey throwing on him. I think Damani right there too. I mean, look where that ball is. That's just I can't front, right? That's a hell of a pass. And we're talking fingertips, centimeters on inches away from swatting that thing. I'm not even mad, right? I'm not even mad. DJ Johnson, he gets sucked in right there, as you see, right? So that is going to allow Shedeur to roll out right there. And he just makes, man, that's just a hell of a pass, right? The defense, it is what it is, man. Sometimes the offense is going to win some, right? We talked about that before. Sometimes the offense is going to make some plays like, all right, we'll get them next time. And this is one of those times where it's like, that pass right there is just actually crazy. Let's keep it going, though, right? Let's keep it going. Let's bring that mood back up if possible. So as we try to bring this mood back up, okay, this isn't going to be the play to do it potentially, right? Because you don't want to see that. Before we get to talk about the negative on this play, once again, there's some positive, right? It seems like some of the negative plays also had some positives. One, let's start right here. Let's start on the right side. Nic Scourton. Is he going one-on-one with the tight end? No. They're leaving the tight end to chip Nic Scourton already. They're chipping Nic Scourton already. Then we'll look at what happens next, right? So now let's go to Bobby Brown right here. All right, nice little rip through underneath. Let me keep it playing. We get the circle on. Rip through underneath. He's getting through. Okay. Is there anything else, PA, Panthers advice? Anything else that happens on defensive line? You tell me. Watch Princely right here. Whoop, run that back, run that back, run that back, run that back. So now watch Princely right here on the D-line. Watch him real quick. Bang. He's getting through. So Bobby Brown gets through. Princely gets through. Nic Scourton's getting chipped. Now what happens down here? How is the receiver that open on the dig route? Well, I want you to watch, I think it was Bartholomew right here. He's grabbing that jersey. Now what's going to happen is he's going to trip over the feet. Because he's grabbing that jersey, he's so close to the receiver. If those feet get tangled for a second, he's done, right? And essentially that's what happens right there. All of his momentum was in that little small grass of that jersey right there. So, yes, Brown's complete the dig. But look at all the other positives, right? Look at all the other positives, man. Let's keep it going. Like I said, a lot of good news today right here. Play action once again. They're going to drop the linebacker back. All right, and Shedeur's going to scramble. Now, kind of like what we talked about before, when they dropped Scourton back. All right here they do the same thing. All right, they're going to just drop the linebacker back. Shedeur sees that. He's going to run. Sometimes you allow that. You can't allow that all game, but sometimes you will allow that. Bunch set right there. All right, Damani's coming in to hit somebody. Take a look at this. Bartholomew's all over that. Damani's ready to pop him too. This defense, man, this defense is not like last year. All right, what are we looking at right here? Okay, this is the one where Shedeur's just going to scramble everywhere, right? I won't spend too much time on this right here. You got Jaden Crumdy. I mean, he's fighting through. Take a look at this. That man is just fighting through. Prince is going to trip over him. Nic Scourton would eventually chase him down. Don't want to spend too much time on that one. Let's keep this thing going. Right here was going to be our last play. All right, this is where I think the defense fell apart the most. This is where I'm like, okay, the Browns they ran the better play. Because really, Shedeur could have gone over the top. Could have gone right here inside. I mean, it was a lose-lose, right? Good play call by them. Do I want Bartholomew to react quicker? Yes and no. All right, because he's got to guard this back half right here, right? Front side, he's expecting safety help right there. It is what it is. I thought the Browns just had the better play call in this one. So with all that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Final thoughts, man. Look, no Derek Brown, no J.C. Horn, and they were still getting pressure like this. Secondary, can you clean it up a little bit? Sure, right? First preseason game, though, I'm not too worried about it. We got pressure. We sent Damani Richardson. You sent Shaw Smith-Wade. I'm excited to see what the future holds, all right? Preseason week 2 coming up next weekend. We got a Thorn video coming out this weekend. We got a couple more, all right? So stay tuned for those. I'll catch you guys next one. Take it easy. Peace.